Okay.
Well, this episode I want to talk about overreacting, because I know this is like it depends on who I'm talking to as to whether somebody overreacted or not. Of course, the main inspiration being DJ Envy.
Shout out DJ Envy.
Now the thing about it with me was the way I found out about this shit was like somebody had posted on Facebook like, "Damn, Breakfast Club, y'all tripping," and I'm like, "The fuck happened?" So I went to Twitter and just like checked what was trending, and DJ Envy was trending, and people were saying, "Damn, Envy walked off the show." So I thought it was a publicity stunt because I thought it was a publicity stunt because the girl in DC quit on air, so I thought it was like they was making fun of her or some shit. And then I like looked into it and saw what the fuck happened. And I was like, oh, okay. So starting with DJ Envy, you think he overreacted?
After watching it again and talking to my wife, I feel like he didn't necessarily overreact, but he also acted like a bitch. And when I say that, I mean that he's right to feel how he felt. Mm-hmm. But if that's somebody that you like call, associates, like you cool with these guys, and they probably didn't mean anything by it, then you supposed to like you can check them or have a conversation with them. But to me, when he left, I was like, yo, you on some bitch shit, like, cause.
Oh well, I just realized we never really talked about what we're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So for those that don't know, DJ Envy is 1/3 of the Breakfast Club, #1 talk show in America right now, and it's on the radio. And they had two guests, Desus and Mero, who have a show on Vice.
Bodega Hive.
And they also have a podcast, the Bodega Boys. And they were guests on the Breakfast Club. And
Top 5 podcast.
And they started off the interview with DJ Envy basically bucking on him, saying, "Y'all owe my wife an apology."
He called him, what is it?
Pussy and Dickhead.
Pussy and Dickhead.
He introduced them as Pussy and Dickhead. As he's the host of the show, he introduced them as Pussy and Dickhead and told them, "Before we do anything, y'all owe my wife an apology." And they asked him, what for? He said, "Y'all said this and that." They said, "Play the clip." He played the clip. They apologized. Then DJ Envy kept talking shit. And then they just went on with their interview like DJ Envy wasn't even there, so DJ Envy stood up and
walked out. That was the pussy part about it.
Well, to me, what's funny? That's to me, him walking out was the only thing that I liked that he did.
You like that part though?
I say I like that part because the energy in the room wasn't gonna be right, and
until he
left. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
And there wasn't gonna be able to have a decent interview with him there. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, once he left, they just talked about him.
Either way, but you could tell. Did you watch the whole interview?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could tell like when DJ Envy left, it was like a relief in the room, like all the negative tension and shit left, and they was able to just have like a regular ass conversation because that shit weird.
Yeah.
So
to me, that was like the wackish. That part of it was like the wackest shit. I remember like me and my boy was texting about it. He like, "Yo, you seen that Breakfast Club interview with Desus and Mero?" I'm like, "Nah, I'm gonna check it out." And then when I got to that part, I was like, "Yeah." I was like on the fence about the whole situation. And then once he actually walked out the room, I was like, "Man, this is some bitch ass shit." Yeah. Excuse me. I was like, "Yo, why don't you just talk to the guys? It's especially if you like cool with them, like they mean shit." You had to press them more than likely because your wife got mad about it. Like, you pressing about it and then you go on about your business. Like, but for you to just walk out of the room, like, it's some whole shit. Especially when they apologize. They're like, "You know what? We fucked up. I apologize." And they're like, "You know what? I'm still out." I'm like, that's some whole ass shit.
Because to me, my problems with it were, where I say it was some punk ass shit is in where he chose to confront them and how he chose to confront them. And it's like, you kind of like cause then, like, as mad as he was, when they played the clip, everybody was kind of, like, including me, was like, "Nigga, that's it? That's what you're mad at?" Like,
that was a jab, but it was like the super light jab.
Yeah, super light jab.
Super light jab.
You that mad at that? Like, that means something else is going on.
It was something at home. Everybody said like his wife pressed him about it, and I'm like, yo, that has to be the situation. And the craziest thing is that That happened probably about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Because I listened to the Joe Budden podcast. Shout out to the Joe Budden podcast. And Joe Budden talked about it at least 3 to 4 weeks ago. And he's like, you know what? Desus and Mero supposed to be going to Breakfast Club and Envy gonna press him about some shit. So if that situation, if that happened where Envy had a conversation with Joe Budden, why couldn't he just have a conversation with
them?
Yeah.
And it's like, it ain't like they know Charlemagne, so you got a direct line to these niggas.
Right,
so why
right.
you waiting until they come on your show?
Right.
And then why you doing it on air? That shit is mad unprofessional. Like, one of them niggas said, like, so how y'all think people gonna feel about coming to the show now? Like, y'all think people gonna want to come to y'all show now? Or is it gonna be an ambush?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And then he also said when they tried to, like, talk to him after the fact, like, he, like, turned his back to him, like, wouldn't talk to him. I'm like, yo, that's some whole shit.
Yeah.
That's all the way whole shit. So, especially for something that's not that serious. I know you gotta protect your wife's, you know, honor or whatnot, but that jab wasn't that serious. That's like a playful jab that you get with your boys or some shit.
Yeah. And it was like, they, like, for them not even remember what the fuck they said, it's like, yeah, you know, only...
Yeah. Oh, I have nothing to say about that. That's trash.
So
DJ Envy is trash.
So that's an overreaction?
Definitely.
All right. But, so what,
No, I ain't gonna say it's an overreaction as far as feeling no way for it, but overreacting as far as how he acted after he got that off his chest.
Yeah. Well, because another thing is, like, it seemed like he was trying to pick a fight, but he was getting mad that they weren't gonna fight with him.
I don't know about
Was
that.
a lot of people do that shit where they get angry with you for not stooping down to their level and shit.
I've seen that before as well, but the whole situation in my eyes would have been better if he was just like, you know what, I feel some type of way that y'all said this about my wife. This situation ain't like that at all. She been riding with me since the beginning, since we were 15, blase, blase. And they're like, you know what, you're right. Because it seemed like they was heading that way regardless. They're like, you know what, you're right. We shouldn't have said that. That's fucked up, blase. And he was like, okay, cool. All right, let's go about this interview. The whole walking out shit is like, that's some pussy shit, yeah?
Yeah. I feel like he should have handled that shit before they even got... Like, they were there, so it was like...
I feel like he had to press him on air because his wife was, like, pissed off about it.
Well, even... That's why I'm like, okay, the thing that's weird to me is kind of like being a dude and just thinking about how, like, men handle things. Like, that's not how we handle shit. So it's like, something like that, I'm not going to surprise you on air. I'm going to talk to you goddamn behind the scenes and tell your ass, yo, look, when we get on air, I'm need that apology to my wife. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but certain people in the entertainment industry, they like, you know what? Turn these cameras on. We're gonna do it right here.
Yeah, but also, it's like when I said my rules is like, choose your battles wisely, and only fight battles you know you can win, and only fight battles that's worth fighting. So it's like, if you're gonna cut these cameras on, you're gonna wait for the cameras. You need to make sure you're gonna win that fight. And it's gonna go how you want it to go. We can all agree.
I feel like he just did that just for his wife, though. So with that, anything that like is publicized on the internet, on TV, on radio, whatever, she gonna look at him like, you know what, my man stood up for me.
Okay, well then that must be something wrong with her then.
Might be.
Yeah, okay. If that's, I don't know, it's like if that shit happens and she's not like embarrassed by that.
I feel like she probably like loved that shit.
Yeah.
She probably loved that her man stood up for her.
Because it's not really like the standing up part, it's the way he did it. Where I'm like...
He still did it on some bitch shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So I'm like, it's one thing to be like, oh yeah, he stood up for you, but like looking at the way he stood up for you, that's what's
Some
fucking...
Yeah.
That's what's embarrassing.
That's the part.
Yeah.
But she probably used to that. Because he's light skinned. And she like...
You doing colorism here on Ain't No Stupid?
Oh, most definitely.
Oh, that's what we do?
I'm all about colorism. Light-skinned people do this, dark-skinned people do that.
Sound like a 90s
Like
hip-hop comedian and shit.
Some comic view shit.
Yeah. What was the fucking the Dave Chappelle shit? White people do this.
Well,
Black
definitely.
people do that.
Yeah. That's exactly how that shit is.